Now today I'm going to share with you top 5 tips for creating accessible content and implementing universal design strategies. There are 5 basic tips that will help you be successful in the classroom or at your workplace or whenever you're dealing with people or yourself, for instance, that have a need for being successful with implementing the very best strategies on the web, or whether it be the website, a blog, or just a web page. The first tip is seek awareness. Awareness is the key to start the act of implementing web accessibility. What if this was your child or student? Did you know that 1 in 5 persons have some type of handicap that impedes their accessibility to the web? It may be in one of these particular ways, such as visual. The person might be blind or have poor vision, or could be colorblind. They could have hearing problems or actually be deaf. Motor, such as an inability to use a mouse, control fine motor skills. It could be cognitive. Learning disabled, such as dyslexia, certain forms of autism. The second tip is to be knowledgeable. There are laws and standards in the United States and internationally to protect the rights of all web users. This is something that, if you're in the school system, you should pay close attention to, because some school systems are actually being sued or at least being called to account by the way they treat and handle students who have these special needs. WCAG has developed a set of guidelines based on 4 principles, and the acronym being POUR. P for perceivable, meaning that the guidelines by way of the guidelines, the work that you produce is available for all senses. Operable, that the work being produced or being investigated or being challenged, that is usable on the keyboard by a mouse or assisted devices. The work should always be understandable, clear in its content, and robust, using a wide range of technology. Those are the 4 ways that really set the basis for the guidelines that WCAG has set up. One of the next main tips that I have come up with is number 3, follow the main principles of accessible design. Now, there is a wonderful way in which you can know that you're actually doing this, and there are tools that have been developed, such as the WAVE or the WebX Act, that will check the level of accessibility of most websites, web pages, blogs. That tool looks a little like this. It will actually highlight the errors and the alerts and give you all the features of that website so that you can actually go in some cases make corrections, and in other cases alert your IT, your informational technology person, to assist you or take the charge in getting those errors and things of that nature corrected. So let's look at a few of those principles. 1. Provide alternate text. This is helpful for the impaired vision or the blind. Use appropriate structures. This helps the user navigate with ease up and through the sites. Provide headers for data tables. This helps the user grasp relevant information in an organized way. The last one, and there are many more, but to ensure links makes sense. This helps the reader ability to go directly to the links and avoid words like click here, more. The following video is a great example of accessible web design. The fourth tip is design with all types of learners in mind. Universal Design for Learning came up with these 3 ideas. 1. Learners have different styles. Learners have different interests. Learners may have different involvements. There are 3 main principles of CAST. Universal Design for Learning takes into account multiple meanings of representation, that is, different ways of getting it, multiple meanings of expression, different ways of presentations, multiple meanings of engagement, different ways of being challenged and getting involved. The 5th and final tip is utilize the technology integration matrix. TIM validates the 4 other tips that I just gave for creating and implementing universal design strategies. This site that you're seeing an example of below illustrates how the teacher and learner can implement the accessibility and UDL strategies to ensure high levels of learning for all.